What up, world? So today sort of have a different adventure. I'm at Pick Apart Las Vegas on a junkyard expedition to try and find an alternator for my car. I can't charge my cell phone. I can't play my game if I can't charge my cell phone, so let me give you a look at what this place looks like. Nothing but row and row of cars in the fucking desert. The desert of Nevada. Good old Las Vegas. Got a shopping cart to carry all my tools. And it's only got 3 wheels. It's supposed to get to triple digits today. So, sooner I parked this car, which I started working yesterday. This is my little cart for hanging my tools. But, as you can see, this junkyard is just loaded to the fucking walls. This is Pick Apart Las Vegas, guys, in Nevada. Any part you need for your car, they got it. Different prices for different cars. It's $22 for me to get an alternator. But yesterday I came and I looked through all these, and so far this whole red Focus here, right here, this one, we got a 2003. That's what I'm going to pull my alternator from. I started working on it yesterday. I got it all. Right here's the alternator. I got all the plastic and shit moved away, but hopefully I get this fucker off. They'll test it for me and make sure it works, because I'd hate to buy something that doesn't work. So now you know what I'm doing on my Saturday, trying to get prepared for my dungeon boss, trying to get me an alternator so that way I can start charging everything up, guys. So right now I'm gonna get started trying to get those 2 bolts out that I got everything, got the belt off, got everything good. I gotta figure out how to get up over it, but stay tuned. Alright guys, so far all I've got done is I have got the bolts out. I've got all the shit out from around it, and now I'm just trying to get more shit out from around it, because this is one hard motherfucker to get out. I'm glad I knew how many bolts there was, or I'd be here forever. I have the hardest time being able to get on top of it. I've been scratching the shit out of it, trying to get it out of here, but now the goal is to unhook all this shit, move it out of there, so that way I can have even more room to pull it up out of there, because it's not wanting to move around very well. It's still hooked to the battery, because I believe there's a nut on the backside, but I can't get to it yet, so we'll see what happens. Alright, so we got the motherfucker out where I can see it finally. On the back side, it has another power cable here and the power off of the battery. I bent these things out of the way. I don't know what they are, guys. I'm not a mechanic. I don't know dick about cars. I just know we need this part. It's not my car, so I just started cutting the wires. I still can't get this bitch out of here, so I might have to bend this, or start bending some shit with my, whatchamacallit, my fucking tire iron thing. But for the most part, I think the challenge is over. We just gotta get this little bitch out of this fucking hole, and then we're off to the races. Alright, so my job is done. I just wanted to show you all the tools I used. I used a pipe for leverage on my ratchet, and for taking the tension off the belt yesterday. The jack is for moving the engine over, but honestly I didn't have to move the engine over, guys. I just removed enough shit that I was able to push the bolt down and sort of angle it and get it out. The bolt to speak of is one of these that go in in the actual, like, they're the two things that were holding the alternator in, and they're so long that when they come out they hit the side wall of the car and you can't pull it all the way out. But we managed to MacGyver it out of there. This is what the alternator looks like. Hopefully we're gonna get some pro amps and I can start charging my Dungeon Boss guys and play in the AC and make some fucking better videos. I figure I'd let the camera roll while I leave out of this motherfucker. I got one wheel on my cart. But yeah, man, this is what you do when you're broke and you can't really afford a mechanic. So I don't know what a mechanic's job really is other than to fix cars, and I feel like anybody puts their mind to it can fix a car. But we were also in desert heat in the summer. There was no shade working on this car. Fucking crazy. Next time I need to get a car with 4 wheels. There's like a treasure mine of shit here for any car you need, but I just proved that any gaming nerd can pull a $96 alternator, because when I went and checked, the cheapest rebuild alternator in this city of Las Vegas was 90 bucks. And this one's 22. It took me 2 days to get it off. I didn't record yesterday. I didn't even really think about it. I was like, you know, I bet people would have loved to see what I went through yesterday, and then I was pretty much all done. I broke my ratchet yesterday, or I had to part yesterday. Fucking cart. 3-wheeled fucking piece of shit. Alright. So that's how you pick a part, guys. That's how you save $70 when you can't afford to pick the normal part. And now I gotta go to O'Reilly's or AutoZone and test the part, make sure that it works. So stay tuned. It's also worth noting, guys, that it is triple-digit heat today, and I thought it was only going to be 90-some degrees at 8 or 9 a.m., but it turned out to be 100 anyway. So it's been one hell of a crazy day. So I finally got it to the auto parts store. They run the tests on it, and they tell me everything is good with it. It's putting out as much amps as it's supposed to. The regulator is good. So now I got to go find somebody to put this in my car. I'm sure for some of you watching, you'd be like, well, if you can take one off, why can't you put one on your car and save even more money? Mainly the reasoning for that is my car was, I have a little bit more, you know, care for than someone else's car. And the car at the junkyard, you know, it wasn't mine, so I was able to cut things, break things, pull things to get this part off. Because I was in, you know, triple-digit heat, you know, I didn't have time. I couldn't imagine being in triple-digit heat trying to take the one off of my car and put this one on my car, trying not to break any clips or mess up any wires. So I think it's worth the money to just pay somebody to, you know, like, do a good job pleasing my car. But yeah, so the next stop is to find somebody to put this in. So I got to go to a Wi-Fi and look all that up, and then I'll let y'all know when I'm getting this fucker put in. Peace. Alright guys, so I just got off the phone. I called like 13 different mechanics in Las Vegas. And boy, are they pricey. They all want $200+ to fix my You guys fucking making a shit ton of money, you mechanics. But anyway, after calling like 13 of them, the cheapest one we could find was $130. So I'm about to spend all the money we got, because I got like 150 some left, and get this motherfucker fixed, and then try to live on 2 weeks on $20 some. So maybe I'll make a video show y'all how motherfuckers how you can survive on $20 for 2 weeks, because people in America, they think you need more money than that. So anyway, we're still on this adventure to get back to playing Dungeon Boss. Alright, so this is my car, and we got the mechanic to put our part on. It run us $130 to have him put it on. And now I can charge my phone, so I'm not stranded trying to play my dungeon boss now. Now the car starts. But now my AC doesn't turn on, which it used to turn on. It's just, it would kill the battery and I couldn't charge it back fast enough, so the car would stall out with the AC on it. But now the AC does not even turn on at all. Nothing happens. I don't know anything about cars. Now the mechanic says they'll charge me $50 to take a look at my AC. The heater doesn't work, nothing works now. And it all worked right before they touched it. Like, it turned on, everything. So I don't know what to do. Move over, Vicky. Move over. I'll try and start it. Everything starts good, hopefully. Alright, so now that you see that my car is running, when I come over here to turn on my AC, shut this door for a sec, I get nothing. It's trying. But there's literally nothing going on. No AC, the AC button doesn't light up. All that shit worked before I switched alternators, so I don't know why the fuck the alternator would have anything to do with the air conditioner, you know, not turning on now, period. Like, no lights, no nothing, no fans, no heater, no whatever. So any of you car people out there, you know, that's part of why I didn't want to put the part on myself, was I didn't want to break anything else. But as far as I know, they're not related to each other, the alternator and the AC. But the guy at Advanced Auto did ask me if I took the AC off a car, or the alternator off a car with AC, and I told him, I don't know, man. I got a fucking car that doesn't have AC. Alright, so now that we've got the new alternator in the car, I'm flat broke, got about $20 the last 2 weeks till the woman gets paid again. I have power to play my dungeon boss. I do not have air conditioning. Air conditioner is what led me to find out I had a problem with my alternator, meaning I was running the AC and all of a sudden the car would shut off, and then the car wouldn't start. I'd get a jump, it worked. Then we'd park the car and shut it off, and then it wouldn't turn on, and we'd get a jump. So anyway, she took it to O'Reilly's, and O'Reilly told her that the alternator was bad. Well, the alternator wasn't all the way dead because we ran it for like a week, and the car would start. But the reason why I guess it was working, you know, and not causing us to jump it is because we stopped running the AC, we stopped charging our phones, we stopped taking any extra power off the battery than actually necessary to run the automobile. So I feel like that's why our alternator was, you know, not causing the car to stall out or whatever, is because it was still charging the battery, just maybe not as much as it's supposed to, like a brand new alternator would. So I was guessing that the AC was pulling more power than the alternator was giving the battery, and that's why we would stall out. Well, now we got a new alternator, so I thought everything was going to be great, and we'd be able to fucking have AC now. But as soon as we drove the car away, I didn't think about it. I was like 15 minutes out from getting it fixed, and all of a sudden I decide, hey, let's check the air conditioner, make sure everything's right, and it doesn't even turn on. Like, not at all. Like, what the fuck? It turned on before I even took it to them, but I just couldn't run it. Like, I could still turn it on, and it just would kill my battery, like, quickly. So now that it doesn't turn on, and now my heater doesn't work, and my heater worked perfect. So I called the guy a bitch, and they basically told me, like, there's nothing they could do except charge me $50 to diagnose my fucking AC, and then even if they diagnose my AC, they might not be able to tell the problem unless they pump coolant or freezing into it, and that's going to cost me $103. So it's really a pain in my ass that I can't just have air conditioning and power in Las Vegas so that I can play my dungeon boss. It's stressful, it's taxing, so I'm doing as much as I can to be able to change the conditions in which I play dungeon boss so that I can provide YouTube better content. As for now, I'm gonna, every time I have some crazy disaster in life like this where I need a new alternator, I guess I'll show the world how I dealt with that problem and how I was able to, you know,
get me a cheap part. I still had to pay somebody to put it on because I guess I'm only a half man, so I was able to, like, you know, remove the part from a vehicle, but I wasn't able to put it back on a vehicle. Mainly just because I knew that I was so sloppy at removing it and stuff that I couldn't be that sloppy removing my own and then expect to put a new one on it, so I paid somebody else to do that. It was very expensive, $130. So I could have saved my own $130 to put it on myself, but you gotta remember it's triple digit heat. That's why I tried to go get the part early this morning, and I'd worked on it the day before, but I never really thought about recording it and showing you guys until today, where I was like, you know, maybe people would wonder what the fuck I did to get that thing, get it running. So that's what I did. I went to Pick Apart, you know, shout outs to Pick Apart. They got thousands of cars jacked 2 feet high that you can go take anything you need off of, and they got a price list so that you can check and see how much it is. It's just really neat. First time I'd ever done anything like that. I was able to just, you know, go and find the prettiest little alternator on a car that would fit mine and take it and put it on mine, and that's what we did. It cost me $22 with a $10 warranty for 30 days and then a $10 core. So I took them the other alternator back and I got me $10 back. So put that in the gas tank, so I'm still sort of stuck with $20. The next step is in 2 weeks when she gets paid, I gotta go get my air conditioning diagnosed or whatever. If any of you guys watching have anything to do with cars, or you know anything about air conditioners, or you got any advice on how I save another dollar, you know, trying to get my air conditioner fixed, please let me know, because I'll be Googling it and YouTubing, you know, like, why isn't my air conditioner working? Why won't it turn on? Why isn't it getting power? My gut always thought maybe I had some sort of short in it or something, but I don't know. Anyway, that's what the day's been so far. I'm sure y'all would have enjoyed better if I could have run the camera better, like in the heat, you know, while filming, you know, getting the part. But dude, it was triple digit heat at 8:30 a.m. It was so hot. There was no shade. Just seeing where, you know, the car was sitting on where it was at. Just imagine, you know, trying to fuck with that with no shade. The day before, yesterday, I did that and I didn't have any problems because, well, I mean, I didn't have any problems removing, like, you know, the overflow tank, some of those other plastic things that were clipped in, some hoses, some electrical wiring. I got all that shit out of the way yesterday. The problem was I had a broke ratchet, so I wasn't able to actually take out the two main bolts that mattered on the alternator. So I had to come back today after going to Walmart yesterday and buying a new ratchet. So one piece of Walmart junk that, you know, my father bought me on the road trip, little small toolbox. Yeah, cheap ass shit, fucking broke, doesn't work anymore. And what did I do? I went and replaced it with some more cheap ass shit. But that's the story of being broke, is that, you know, we want to buy something better, but we can't. Anyway, I mean, it's been Junkyard adventures, you know. That's what today was. So I hope you all enjoy my fucking disaster, and feel free to comment whatever you want. And if you're not interested in more real life videos, oh well, fuck you. I'm gonna put them up anyway. Hopefully I just find a way to get my channel organized so that, you know, people can watch the real life shit and people can watch, you know, the Dungeon Boss shit. But I mean, hey, I was top 5 this week in Dungeon Boss and I got fucking alternator problems. So, you know, what the fuck is them other 10 players in the top 10 Dungeon Boss doing this week? Sitting in their mommy's basement? I don't fucking know, man. I just know that my life's a fucking adventure, dude. I'm fucking living in my car and I'm trying to upgrade to a van, but it's never gonna happen if every dollar we make goes into this fucking car. So stay tuned and find out, you know, what's going on in my struggles. Later.